Bum bum bum. Dun, 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 dun. Tonight on the Pair of Dings podcast, episode 44.
He didn't introduce us.
My name is Jake.
And I'm Chantel.
And this is the Pair of Dings podcast.
Okay. Jeez.
Tonight's top story. The cat has diarrhea.
Oh, no. Everybody knows.
I'm just kidding. She does, but that's not the top story. What's the top story?
What did she eat?
I don't know. I'm sure we've lost everybody by now. Like 1 minute
so
into the
sorry.
episode, and
we'll blame
everyone
that
is
on
grossed
Jake.
out and turned it off.
He said it. I don't know. What is the top story? I'm sorry. I'm tired.
Well, how
my
about
brain
our stickers?
doesn't work.
We sent out, or we made stickers for the podcast. And like day one, we had 2 orders.
Yay!
We sold 3 stickers on the first day.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
I'm so pumped. And thank you to the 2 people who bought them.
Yes.
Should we call them by name?
I don't know. Are we going to do that for everybody, you think? Would that be nice? Do you think people would like that? Well,
I don't know. Let's call out these people because they're the first 2 people and they're great friends and family of ours.
The podcasts that I listen to often shout out people who are on their Patreon and stuff.
Yeah.
So we could do that.
Okay, we'll do our best efforts to shout out the people who buy stickers and support us on our Patreon. So big thank you to my cousin Chev and our good friends Nikki and Anthony.
Yay.
For buying stickers.
Yeah.
We're really pumped. We got those in the mail today. And I can't wait to see them on your laptop or water bottle or whatever
make
other
sure to
naked
send us
appliance
a
you have
picture.
that you need to cover up.
Yeah.
Appliance?
I don't know. You put it on your luggage for everyone to see wherever you go.
Yep. They got a little QR code like in the restaurants, and you can scan it and it takes you right to the Pair of Dings podcast. And you can listen immediately. Because this stuff is worth listening to immediately.
Yeah, apparently.
Yep. Good conversation. And another shout out to my mom, Aline, who is our Patreon
one and
supporter.
Only patron. Thank
Patron, that's
you.
what they call them. If you also like to discuss mindless conversation being recorded, it's not mindless. It's good
Sometimes it's mindless.
All conversation has mindless moments. But if you like to support good conversation, you can go over to our Patreon, which is always linked in our descriptions. Or you can buy a sticker, and that way you get something more than this for your $5.
Also, if you want to be a guest, we're also accepting applications.
I feel like we've front-loaded this whole episode with our sales pitches.
Sales pitches for bitches. I don't know.
Yep.
You're running this.
Well,
I'm following you.
Today is the first day of spring.
Oh,
as you informed me minutes ago.
That's because other people on the internet said so.
Now, is this real spring or is it another false spring here in Calgary?
No, it's
Is there a second false spring?
Well, apparently the snow shower is on Friday, so I think apparently the calendar says it's spring, but it's not spring yet for us. Although stuff is melting, and we are in the positives.
We can see the dirt of the front yard again.
Yeah, it actually made me want to just...
I looked out the window the other day, and I thought, sorry.
Excuse you. Talking over me. Jake has this thing where he talks over me, and I stare at him, and I'm like, excuse me.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Go ahead.
I was just thinking about how much I want the snow to be gone, and possibly maybe I'll shovel it out of this one section of the front yard just so I can work on it. I just got a lot of rocks to pick up.
And a layer of ice to go through on that snow. It's crunchy now.
I know.
It's not all fluffy like when it first falls. But sorry, what I was going to rudely say. That wasn't that important. We'd had a big pile of snow in the front yard because every time I shovel the front walk or the snow or the sidewalk, I just keep throwing it on this spot in the front yard. And the whole thing is like melted away now. There's dirt there and everything. Yeah, I can see the dirt. We have a dirt front yard because they tore it up to replace the water main last summer, fall. So
yeah,
we get to redo the yard. in spring and summer, but I could see like ground for the first time in months. It's been a cold, dark winter here.
It has. Somebody was
But it was
telling
kind
me
of
that
shocking.
it's been unusual here,
Yeah.
even.
Yeah, I've heard that it was a harsher winter than most, which I don't know about you, but I feel good about that.
I
Like I
do.
survived it.
Yes, I just hope maybe next year it's just goes back to what the normal is.
I know.
Because now we know we can live through it.
And yeah, the negative temperatures weren't as bad as I thought, and they didn't get as dramatic as frequently as I thought either. Like we didn't hit the minus 30s and 20s as much as I thought we would or imagined we would.
You know what?
Sorry.
The past is the past now. I've forgotten all about it. I'm looking forward. Where's spring?
Me too. And this year, I have an ambitious goal for myself because I definitely put on some winter hibernation pounds. And so for Stampede, I'm going to lose that weight. I'm going to have a nice flat stomach, some mildly intimidating arms, and some defined muscle on this little frame.
Aw, you're so cute.
Yeah, I feel like I've lost my edge there. I haven't been able to get out and bike ride as much as I did throughout the summer and the spring when we first moved here. And
yeah,
it's been
'cause
rough to
it's-
keep up the energy during these shorter daytimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely follow the season of the sun. Like when it's short days, I don't have a lot of energy.
Plus, it's dangerous to ride your bike out there right now.
I did once though.
Wow.
Yeah, it had all kind of halfway melted, but it was still kind of sketchy. I kept feeling like I was going to fall over, but I had to ride down to the auto parts store because the truck wasn't turning on and I needed parts for the cars in the truck and I had no other options and I
Good
was
for
not going to
you.
pay for an Uber. So I hopped on the bike because it wasn't that cold,
Nice.
but there was still some snow and ice on the ground and I was really paranoid that whole ride that I was going to like slip and fall and like stab my eye on something.
Well, that's a great goal. And you know what? You were doing campus CrossFit in Langley a lot before too. So when you stop being consistent with that, it's inevitable that you're also going to gain a little bit. So
And
it's a
just,
great goal.
yeah. Well, and I hit the snacking a lot too. It was a nice coping mechanism for a lot of the dark dreariness and we were using that for our breaks of alcohol. That was the indulgences. But I feel like I need to tighten everything up again and say, okay, cool. That was winter. Like you got through it. Great. Let's harness that energy of coming into spring, of a new year, new season of sun, and let's make those changes. Like
Yeah.
this is the perfect time to start that.
Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm just gonna do some yoga and I'm gonna tone because I don't have to do a whole lot and I'm not bragging or anything. But I don't need to lose weight. I just need to tone
Yeah.
and stretch.
Yeah. Keep yourself limber and strong.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I think there's always room to improve on nutrition.
Oh, well, yes, but
Um,
I can't. I'm not a calorie counter.
Yeah, not even necessarily with calorie counting, but I think like finding new recipes that are still within healthy ranges and experimenting with times to eat or refocusing on hydration again. Like that'll be another important one coming up during all this hot summertime.
Yeah.
Like getting that habit of bringing water everywhere, drinking more water.
Drink your water.
Yeah, like I think experimentation is important with your diet. Well, if you're someone who can't stand eating the same things over and over, like we can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like that variety. So it's good to always have quick, easy things on hand or even a little twist on an old favorite, you know? Like try different breads for your grilled cheeses.
I love bread.
Combine grilled cheeses with different things. Have it with soup, have it with salad, have it with the chicken. I don't know. Get wild, get weird. Or find recipes that are, that's what we should experiment with too.
What?
Some of those recipes that are like low, I don't like healthy brownies and stuff. I don't know if I should say
Oh, we
healthy,
were
but they're
gonna
low
make-
sugar and, you use like avocados instead of butters or something.
We were gonna make our own granola bars or
Yeah,
granola
hey,
balls.
there we go. The Power Balls.
Powerballs, yeah. We just need to get some groceries.
Yeah, those are super delicious. Often
Yeah.
quite easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's good to experiment with those things. And I think I've said this every time we talk about cooking, but my favorite thing about cooking is that it makes me feel really self-sufficient. It makes me feel like I'm not reliant as much on the store or a manufacturer. It's like, give me raw ingredients. We could still make a thing.
It seems so silly because I do rely on granola bars as a snack during my workday, but it seems really stupid to be spending as much as they fucking are now for like 5 bars in one box. It's crazy. So that's a goal.
Yeah, that's the lesson I feel like I took to heart when we started making butter out of the cream.
Jake
where I
makes
realized-
the butter. Jake is the churner. I don't do anything like
But
that.
I realized all I have to do is pour it into the food processor
Yeah.
and then like press it and throw it in the fridge. And then I have buttermilk and butter. And I'm paying someone and like double the cost of the cream so that they can do that for me. When really I can spend like an hour on a Sunday taking care of that. And it's not even that full hour. Like,
Yeah.
remember we prepped, what did we do that last week? We had like the week's worth of, we did a bunch of butter.
I don't even know. You made buns and
Yeah,
butter.
we made buns. So we had bread and butter. You did a bunch of the cleaning. We prepped. I think we planned out the week, like what we were gonna
cleaned the
do.
fridge.
We had something going in the slow cooker. I can't remember what it was.
I don't know.
Maybe
but
the broths or something.
Oh yeah, probably. I don't know. Probably the broth. But then all the veggies and stuff we had in the fridge. We wrapped those up properly so that they would last
Yeah, you
longer.
repackaged those too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember getting done with that because we spent probably 3 or 4 hours. I think it was 3 hours. That's what I have stuck in my head. 3 hours prepping like all the stuff for the week, butter for a month. Like I realized in a sense how little time that actually takes, and how much more put together I feel, less distracted I am throughout the week when I know things are prepared, things are ready, or there's a plan for a meal. Most of it's already done.
Yeah.
Like the other day, like today when we had soup.
I
we
know.
made the soup yesterday. We got 2 days worth of soup.
Ugh.
I don't have to think
good
about
soup.
making a meal tonight and tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. I like that too, especially when I'm coming home for like 6 o'clock.
And we had the same with the burgers on the weekend.
Yep.
Where we had 2 nights of burgers. And we'll have the same with chicken after that. Like, it's really fun how much mental space it frees up when you don't have to think about that or worry about how much higher the cost of groceries and eating out is.
Less snacking.
Yeah. Like, there's so much less stress and so much more time to focus on the things I want to do, like making music and improving my business workflows. And
I even peeled a bunch of
Acting.
oranges yesterday.
yeah, I saw that. That was
And
great.
all the bananas. So we buy a shit ton of bananas at one time because we freeze them and we put them in smoothies.
Smoothies. Smoothies.
Which I got started to get into for in the morning because I like to sleep in, and that's something I can just consume on the way to work.
And an easy way to sneak a ton of protein into your day without having to eat a bunch of meat and
Yeah,
or,
because
like,
what's
yogurts
in there? We have oat milk and peanut butter and maple syrup and cocoa powder and hemp protein powder and
the bananas.
yogurt and bananas. I think that's it.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I like the chocolate one. I like those smoothies over the just fruit smoothies. I get kind of bored of those. I feel like I'm actually eating something when I'm having those thicker ones.
Well, and there's more fats and proteins in the banana chocolate ones.
Yeah.
Like cocoa is also a great source of fats.
Oh, okay.
And I try to source cocoas that are high in the good kinds of fats. I can never remember if it's trans. I think it's trans. Anyhow.
One of the fats.
Yeah. There's a black cocoa that I get from Bulk Barn is one of my absolute favorites. But I think the red cocoa has the highest amount of the good heart
Is that
healthy,
the
brain
one we
healthy
have right
fats.
now? The red?
I think we have a generic. They didn't
Oh,
have
okay.
either of those when I went last time. It can be hard to find them, or the supply fluctuates. So the one we have now is kind of generic, but it's still
Gotcha.
good.
Yep.
Still good for you. And then the maple syrup.
Yeah, still good.
That's a healthier sugar for you.
Yes, maple syrup. And
Less
not a
refined
lot.
sugars
It's
is
just
the
for
big part.
yeah, it's just for a bit of sweetening, really.
Yeah, and then of course the peanut butter, which we get I grind it raw from the peanuts at Bulk Barn because I find that so fun to do as well. And I feel like I know exactly what's in the peanut butter because I made it right there. I pushed the button and watched the peanuts go in the grinder.
You're so funny.
Yeah, versus, the other ones you don't really know. You're just trusting the package. So that feels fun. I don't know.
This
I
cat
like
stinks.
food.
This cat stinks.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with my baby kitty?
But hey, we had some other exciting news.
Oh, do we?
Yeah, because I got to do something new last week in the film world.
Are you allowed to say?
Of course I can say.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, say it. What'd you do?
I got to act in a commercial
Oh my god.
with speaking parts.
This beautiful face is gonna be on TV.
They put makeup on me.
I know. I could tell immediately. Also because it was like pretty white. I mean, I'm sure it was good, but looking at you straight up, yeah.
Yeah, it always looks good on camera.
Oh yeah.
Well, not always, but usually helps on the camera. You don't look so shiny, but you look really weird in person.
Yeah.
I remember
Just a
thinking that
little
when
bit.
I first worked on sets and I would meet actors. I'm like, what's wrong with your skin? Oh, yeah, you got like stuff on there.
Makeup.
But they look fine on the monitors.
So how did that make you feel?
It made me feel, what's the word I'm looking for here? I didn't think that's something I could pull off, and I shocked myself with how much I could pull that off.
In
terms of like remembering a script, like
Yeah.
remembering words to say and actions to do and doing that repeatedly.
Yeah.
Because that to me has always felt like the hardest part of acting, remembering what did I do, when did I do that thing, on what line. Like,
And then
I think
also
people can remember
expressing.
words, but yeah, and well, thankfully it wasn't a lot of expressing, but yeah, we're being able to pick up like anywhere in the script, right? Like if they say don't start it from the very top, like just start from this place in the middle and then go forward. Like I've always felt intimidated, like you have to have a real, I don't know, some kind of deep grasp of it, or like it's a lot of work to.
And who helped you practice your
You
dialogue?
did.
Yes.
That's what I was getting at too.
Oh, okay. I was not included in the actual commercial, but I helped.
You did. And that was great practice because you helped me work through it, and you were really great at prompting me when I got the words wrong.
Yeah.
Because sometimes with scripts and remembering things, it's easy to remember those broad, general parts of it. Oh yeah, you're saying something like, it's so great, it saves you because it's, less money and there's better quality. But to remember exactly the
word
words
for
that
word.
they used, that's a challenge.
Yeah. Well, I'm proud of you. I think you did. I didn't get to see, but I'm pretty sure you did a pretty great job. You're also very this is not your first acting experience.
Well, first time, my other acting experiences were like background acting. I didn't have words. I didn't have to interact. There wasn't the camera
I feel like
on you.
You might have to share that one
Oh yeah,
from school.
Yes, from film school.
Because you're hilarious.
And
I think you do a great job.
Okay, we'll share some clips from that.
That would be awesome.
That was my
show the people.
My first speaking role ever in film school.
Yes.
And then loads of little background bits just because they were low budget shoots. I was the props guy, and they said, you can be an extra cop standing there. Go put on the outfit and you know what the props are.
Hilarious.
That's literally how most of my background roles were. They're like, hey, you're props. You just stand in the scene with the props and do what the other people are doing.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I've never been in anything.
Time to get you out in something.
Yeah, maybe.
That would be fun. I feel like it went well. And even we have the audition with you too. And you did really good in that.
Yeah. We could share some of those.
Yeah. I'll ask the guys if I can
you're
share a
allowed,
piece of
yeah. Cool.
But yeah, it was a fun experience. And I think also I should say it was really helpful that it was with people who I'd worked with before. The video team behind it are some guys who I've collaborated with a few times here on some other projects, and they're really great guys. And we've gone
Totally.
out and had some social times with them, and that helped a lot. It was also one of their first times directing actors and having like a specific script to shoot and shots to get. So it really helped that we were all in very green roles, and I had a great opposing actor who could help me through the scene.
Yeah, that sounds like
It was
just
fun to play with.
a good team to work with. That you're not dreading also going to do that kind of work, because I'm sure it's not rainbows and butterflies all the time.
Well, so many people, I think they say, "Oh, acting, that's so easy." But then
It's not.
as soon as you put a camera on those people, even if you're just filming, hey, send a message to your grandma. People are like, I don't know what to say. What?
Oh, I
Like
know.
everyone sort of freezes up when a camera gets pointed at them, myself included at times.
Yeah.
Like, if I
I'm-
don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing,
Yeah.
totally.
I'm
freeze up.
definitely better as a still, being, photos.
Yeah,
Being photographed over a video.
absolutely. But think too, how many people they don't even like being posed when being photographed, right? They're like, "Oh, just capture like a natural, candid moment."
But
And I'm like,
then
"That's
they
not
pose
modeling
in
or
an
acting, like-"
unnatural way.
right? But I just mean that's an example. So when I
Yeah.
hear people, they don't understand what those people do or what their talent is, I'm like, man, just think about next time you have to be somewhere, or next time you go get your headshot taken for your job. Like, how awkward do you feel? That's what those people are good at.
True.
Yeah, it's an art. I don't
It
know.
really
I came to
is.
appreciate it a lot more with props, and once I also put together that point of, oh, you have to remember exactly what you did too, like with your body. How many steps did you take? Did you start on your right foot, your left foot? When did you pick your stuff up? So yeah, that was, I think, the part of acting that always felt like a really intimidating challenge, and I was happy that I remembered all my stuff.
I'm excited to see it.
Thanks. It's gonna be okay.
It'll be good.
It's sort of a silly commercial. So
Commercials are silly though.
yeah, but this feels like it's on the sillier line. We were cracking lots of jokes about it. It's very salesy, but
It's
it was
all
good fun.
good.
It was good fun. That's what it was about for me.
Yeah.
And helping the guys out, because they needed someone and they couldn't find someone. So I was happy I could be that someone and I could deliver.
And henceforth, Jake's acting career.
Yes, so you'll see me on the Emmys next year. Maybe like a Juno Award or something. No, that's music. Yeah, that's like a little ways down the line, but yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of skills coming together in a lot of fun ways, and that makes me excited because I've never wanted to do just one thing.
Can we talk about what we've been working on?
What have we been working on?
We've made a song.
Woo, yeah.
Well, we've been working on a song together.
We did.
We've been talking about just making music together for a really long time, and I finally, did something other than just, sit here and listen to Jake make music.
How was that for you?
Hard.
What did you find difficult?
Because first of all, I don't know how to start. I like that you just threw a drum beat in there, because it did help me just like make sounds after that. But yeah, it's like where to start, and then when do you stop, and what other stuff can you add in that'll go with it, but in a different kind of rhythm, like so it's not overlapping, just different sounds of the same stuff, of the same rhythm or melody or whatever you call them things. So yeah. And then also listening to it and after, putting it down, listening to it after, and seeing if something still fits. Because I think we removed a couple of things that I liked at first and then was like, nah, it doesn't go anymore because it went in a different direction. But I'm really excited about it. And it's definitely an addicting sound, which makes me really excited because then people are going to like it when it's something that's playing over and over in your head.
Yeah. Well, I feel like people always, oh man, what is it? There's a quote from Rick Rubin about this where he encourages creatives in general to make whatever it is that you like.
Yeah.
And that's what people connect with in music. Rick Rubin is an American music producer, for those who don't know him by name, but he's worked with a lot of people in a lot of different genres. And I really have always appreciated that message because it's the most clarifying thing as a creative, where you go, oh, I don't have to think about what someone else is going to like. I just have to listen to what I like.
It's the same way I feel when I'm doing working on photos, is that, well, does it look good to my eyes?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
I don't know what other people see, but obviously I can't make something look bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I'm really excited. We still have some tweaking to do. You're just mastering it now or something, but I don't even know if we're done yet. Are we done?
I don't feel like I am yet.
Okay.
I feel like I want to make parts of it go together, and I still want to bring it around to something else. The fun thing for me on it is it's a little outside of my normal genres of work. Like, we're making a really dancey piece. Heavy electronic and dancing.
Yeah.
Which is fun. But I've never done many of them. So I don't know a lot of those techniques and how to transition from a versey thing to a chorusy thing, or if that's even the same. Like, I feel like I'm reinventing my own musical sensibility.
But the guitar pieces that you already have put in are just super wow.
Thank you. I was mostly proud of the bass, I'm not gonna lie.
And definitely if thinking about or considering putting words or voices in there is also incredibly difficult.
Yeah, it is.
So I don't like that part.
Words are hard.
But also when it's given what I think it's gonna be, it's not real. Those aren't really necessary. Words and
not in the traditional sense where I feel like we need to write like long lyrics.
Yeah.
It feels like the vocal things are just little hooks here and there.
Yeah.
Kind of like dance, a lot of dance music, it's heavy.
Exactly.
Or it's sort of the same vocal line repeated over and over in different versions. And anyhow, all that to say, I'm also really excited by it.
Yeah.
And it was a really fun exercise doing that together.
Yeah.
And just building things and bouncing things off each other.
Yeah.
Asking, what do you hear for this? What do you hear for that? How does this sound?
Yeah, and also because I don't play an instrument, so the only thing I can really do is play different sounds on the keyboard that you have.
That is an instrument.
No, but it's not. I mean,
you play the bulk of the song.
It's the different sounds it makes. What do you call it?
Yeah, but you're playing it.
Well, I'm just not playing it like a traditional keyboard.
Yeah, you're playing it.
Wait till you hear.
It's going to sound amazing, and everyone's going to comment at how great that key player is. And it's all you. So, and remember, 99% of playing is deciding the sound. That's a huge part of it. It's a huge part of playing it. Like, you decide the sounds and how they mix together.
Yeah.
Part of playing.
It sounds amazing, and we're excited to share that in the future.
Definitely. I think that's been the really fun, bright part of this winter for me.
What?
Is where I felt like I've had a lot of different kinds of projects to sink my teeth into. We've done a bit of our own shoots together. We've done some goofy little video projects. We've gone out to film some stuff. I've been working on music things.
Yeah, you've
Like-
done you had a dry spell with your music for a while, and now you just have been banging it shit out.
Yeah. Well, I can't talk a lot of details about it yet, but I've been working on some music for a video game, and that's been a big motivator as well, where there's deadlines and there's other people creating pieces that they need my music to connect it to,
Yeah, exactly.
and getting feedback and direction there. That's helped me build some things, and I think put those songwriting skills to work, or the practice to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
Yeah, it's been good fun. I think just recognizing how long sometimes those things take.
Totally.
Like, it seems like a short little piece, but sometimes you need all that gap time in between to rest your brain so it comes back and says, oh, do this idea. Like, our brains don't work that hard, that like for a sustained amount of time.
Yeah.
It's really difficult to sit together and like put out a whole song in a day or a week.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes it works, but like that's rare.
Well, we got a good chunk of it done in one night.
Yeah, and that's what I mean, recognizing those chunks. And then I think that part of the process you highlighted as well when you go back and you say, there's just like half of this that we did that I don't like anymore. And now I have to redo that. And you always feel like it's like a step forward and 2 steps back and a step forward and 2 steps back. And that's part of what makes it always feel like really slow progress on a creative project.
Yeah.
But it's worth it when you start getting into like all the good bits and refining the good bits, because that's really fun.
Yeah.
So we're excited to share all of that with you. Yeah. And more of our shoots. Oh, almost forgot about the biggest news of all. We got our first shoot together published.
Oh my God. That's true.
I'm
Our
really
very
proud of it,
first
though.
Yeah. Did you buy that? Yeah.
I did.
You did?
I'll show
Let
you
me
it.
see. I want to see. Yeah, it's an online magazine.
As like all of them are nowadays.
Yeah. What's it called?
Quadro.
Quadro?
Yep. Quadro magazine. So I'd found this service, Caviar. It's Kavyar, I think. But anyhow, they're what would you call it?
I don't know.
They're like a submission platform for magazines. So you can create a profile and put some pictures on there, and then publishers or different magazines or blogs or anything like that can also put their like calls for submissions and things on there. So there's lots of different kind of genres, and I was looking through a lot of the portraits sections, and I'd submitted to a couple of things that got rejected, and saw Quadro's portrait work, and I felt like, wow, some of my portrait work would match what they're doing. And they had a call for some like nature, I guess like nature portrait, or at least that's how I interpreted the prompt. So I thought, wow, our
Environmental?
first shoot that we did together was, yeah, but like specifically very much in a nature environment.
Oh.
So I felt like ours really fit that, because we had a lot of cool shots like with you in the trees and
Yeah.
and with the bushes in the field. I'm like, these are just fun nature shots that are really high quality, but also have a different kind of energy than you see from most like produced shoots. Because I feel like we achieved a very glossy, highly produced look, but it was just like us hanging out, goofing around in
Yeah.
the park for the day. So it felt,
Falling out of trees.
yeah. So I feel like it's a fun mix in that way of the energies. And they accepted really quickly.
What were
Which was
the
cool.
other ones that were rejected?
The other ones that were rejected, I
Like
don't
from
remember.
the
I think they
same
were more,
site?
no, yeah, from the same site, but they were different magazines. I was trying to get some of my travel work shot or in some magazines too.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't like portraits that I had shot of people. But we have a couple other shoots here that we just did, like the the colored lights in the kitchen with the feathers.
I feel like
I
I would
wanna
like
get
to
that one
do
somewhere.
some, maybe even try doing some of that again differently.
Yeah. I'd like to redo that. I want to play with those colors more.
Yeah.
And I feel like our Sorry game shoot that we just did also has some good shots.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them don't ask for much either. it's like 5 to 8 images. They don't want a lot of pictures. So I feel like it's really easy for us to deliver a handful of high quality images, and now we can call ourselves published.
Y'all, I'm a published model.
It's cool. It's cool. I'm really stoked with that step, because it's the first thing I've shot that's like hasn't been a client commissioned thing that's gone somewhere. Like, it's something we did on our own.
Yeah.
With our own creative vision, our own fun. And someone else liked it enough to put it in their magazine.
Yeah.
And that's really cool.
We can link it in our bio or whatever. What do you call that thing?
Yeah.
We can link it, but then
it
is a magazine you have to buy, so.
Mm-hmm. But come on, the digital version's only $15 US. So buy it. I bought it.
$15. Yeah.
I bought it. I'm not going to not buy the first place we're published. Are you kidding me? And our first shoot together. That's the coolest part of it.
That is cool. Yeah, we got to send an update, though, because we look different.
We got better ideas.
Yeah,
cooler
different
ideas.
things. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's good fun. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I think that about wraps her up.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. I'm so sorry.
It's a good episode.
It's Monday. I'm sore. My neck hurts. I'm tired.
Man, you sound like Friday on Monday.
I sound like Friday?
Yeah.
No, I sound like
tired
Monday.
and your neck hurts. And that's like how you feel Friday.
No, Friday is when you're like, let's go play games.
Your weeks are weird.
Your weeks are weird.
Okay.
Anyways, thanks.
Thanks, everybody. You heard all our pitches at the beginning. So.
Yeah, exactly. No need to repeat.
All right. Have a good night, day, life. Bye.
See you.